Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Four of us.
Alright. What would you say if I told you that right now, in your pocket, is an infinite library of stories, entertainment, and knowledge? You'd probably say something like, well, of course I have a phone in my pocket that's been around since like forever. But, what if I told you that all of this information was in a super easy to access format to where you didn't have to read it, you didn't have to watch it, all you had to do was listen to it? I bet you'd be a little bit more intrigued, just like I was when I first learned about podcasts. Podcasts are becoming more and more popular every day, and they continue to grow and become more prevalent as time goes on. Podcasts are a generally new form of media with a wide variety of uses and genres for all listeners to enjoy. Last year in my computers class, I did a report on a new type of technology or service or website, and I used this opportunity to learn more about podcasts in general and how they're used today. So today I'm going to be talking about what a podcast is and give a brief history of podcasts. I'm going to talk about some popular podcasts and different genres of podcasts, and then I'm going to talk about some uses of podcasts that are outside of entertainment, so different uses. So firstly, what is a podcast? Podcasts have been around for quite a while, but they're always developing and improving. According to Watson, on her How Stuff Works article, in 2004, podcasts were developed by Adam Curry and Dave Winter. Originally, podcasts were just downloaded radio broadcasts to a program that Adam Curry made called Potter. But today, they're pre-recorded, downloadable audio file, similar to a radio show that you can download at any time and listen to whenever. These podcasts can be found on apps and websites such as Stitcher, which has an app and a website, SoundCloud, which has an app and a website, and then the Apple podcasting app, which is on all Apple devices. So next I want to talk about some of the more popular podcasts that you can find on these apps. Most of these apps and websites have a list of the most popular podcasts on the site, and one of the most used sites is Stitcher because it has the app and the website, so it's used quite regularly. According to the Stitcher list, the popular podcast app that they update every month, the most current popular podcasts are My Favorite Murder and The Joe Rogan Experience, which are both comedy podcasts, and then Serial, Dr. Death, and True Crime Garage, which are podcasts under the society and culture and science and medicine genres. Most of these apps and websites have this list of like top podcasts, and then they have all of the different like most viewed podcasts of the month or however often they update it. But a lot of these sites also have little variations where they'll add in other lists. So for example, the Apple Podcasting app also has a most popular episodes list, where they talk about like the most popular episodes currently based on things like downloads and other things like that. And most apps and sites also have a featured list that talks about some of the new podcasts coming out, some of the new seasons for existing podcasts, and some like top picks for you to pick from, so that way if you're just starting out, you know where to look. Some of the other popular podcast genres include sports, news and politics, games and hobbies, music, and religion are some of the big ones. Now I want to talk about some of the uses of podcasts outside of entertainment, because there's a lot of them. Charlie Turner, a student from University of California, said that podcasts can be used to teach foreign languages. They can provide highlights from academic studies. You can use them for self-guided walking tours for places like museums or parks. They make podcasts to like guide you through it. They can give you highlights from conferences or news stories, and they can also provide how-to instructions for things like recipes or repairs or things like that. Another useful thing about podcasts is that the format is audio. So similar to the radio, you can listen to them in the car on your way to work in the morning. You can listen to them before you go to sleep or while you sleep if you like to have some noise. Or you can listen to them while you do chores. So you can listen to them while you clean or you can garden. Podcasts can be accessed anytime you have the internet, or on most sites and apps you can download them for offline listening so you can access them anytime. So podcasts have a really wide variety of uses, and they can be accessed pretty much anywhere. So I talked about what podcasts are and how they were invented, and then I went over some of the more popular podcasts and genres of podcasts, and then I talked about some of the other uses for podcasts outside of entertainment. Podcasts are a really great new form of media with a variety of uses and genres for all kinds of listeners to enjoy. They're going to continue to grow and become more prevalent into the future, and they have the power to make a great, amazing, inclusive community for all types of people, and new uses for podcasts are going to be continued to developed into the future.